Test, sorry for the short delay. Let's hope this works. Greetings everyone, my name is Adderville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker, the first episode of this new year of 2020. This is a 64 live session, and during this session I'll cover a combination of both VRSmith levels and levels I find online, primarily the former. If you're new to the stream, here's how the rules go. If you want one of your levels to be covered, please leave this level ID in the live chat. Preferably on YouTube, but other services will work as well. But make sure not to submit more than 2 levels at a time. And you can check to see if your level's on my queue by just checking out my level queue here. And feel free to submit levels made by other authors. So I'll begin with this stage, The Flower World by Sheena the Absolutes, with 23 plays and a score of 9. So welcome to stream Jidok, Eduardo, Leonardo, Jerry Man, YouTube, Buster, and everyone else. And my apologies for the noise in the background. Alright, let's see. That's good to hear, Buster. If you can't complete the stage by tomorrow, you can submit in for next week. For next Sunday. It's been a while, Vincent and everyone and Rajolt. How was your New Year, by the way? Sorry about the lack of episodes. The last episode of Christmas Carol should be released sometime this weekend. Gotcha, Rajolt. That's nice to you, Vincent. That may or may not happen. And that was Flower World, a pretty forgettable stage, to be honest. Yeah, I can't wait for 1.6 as well. There's actually a rather special level I'll play last due to a very particular reason. Well, not really last, but close to last, as it requires a certain mod. Second up is Rockman CX Light Lab Stage 5 by Tuninu, with 11 plays and a score of 2. This following level was submitted by Genie Man, although it was made by a different author. Hopefully one of my New Year's resolutions is to finish up a lot of the LPs that are stuck in limbo. Of particular notice are Drifting Lands, Tower Tale, Alvor Tactics, those games. Leonardo, I don't comment on politics here, unless they're relevant to the current LP or game at hand. Good morning, Jaden. Oh yeah, the boss rematch stage. Hello, Speedwoods. I forget, who are you again? Well, regardless, you won. Is he still dead? No, of course not. Happy birthday to you, Jaden. It's been a while since I last played CX, so I don't know which boss this is replacing. Oh, I see. This replaces the Cheat Saber. Killing me. These bosses are still easier than pretty much almost all the bosses in CX. Bomb Man? No, I haven't played Shovel Knight. Only watched the LP of Shovel of Hope by Ron Mitchell. I doubt it'll add multiplayer unless they swap the engine over to the Megaman X engine. Bomberman, your weakness was the fire weapon. Welcome to Stream Data, glad you can make it. Kamen Rider? Well, this works, I guess. Alright, and I don't know. Two more. Mario? That fire really looks like it should hurt me. I mean, the shine makes me immune to the fire. That's a pretty incredible property. It's not even burning your weapon energy by doing so. By this point, I don't think it's a smaller update anymore. So here's the last one. I guess this is Kamen Rider then. I think Proto Man and Base are diverse enough already. Dr. Light, I presume? No, that was Phase 1, here's Phase 2, Dr. Light. Oh, I had so much trouble in this battle. Especially because of his Hadokens. The best weapon used against him originally was... It wasn't the Fireball. It was the Mega Buster. Oh goody, we have the escape sequence as well. Hopefully it's not as difficult. One moment. Oh, I can only imagine what would happen if firewalls in this sequence. This is still difficult in its own way. Yeah, because they don't have the equivalents of the power adapter and such. Getting past that first column is going to be the hard part. By far. and trying to initiate the jet adapter at the bottom. What would the originals be anyways? I'd like if they had basically the same power adapter jet adapters, but that probably requires too much work. Well, at least here I can damage boost. In the original, I don't think these enemies existed here. Before I had to do all this in one go. Okay, we're out of here. Died, Kaizo. Oh, no checkpoint, really? Well, then, I don't think the original had it either. Okay, gonna have to do this again. I just need to get used to inertia. And as a response to you, Vincent, they won't do that because they won't add completely new weapons in. Oh my goodness, I need to stabilize my position, but you know. It's not that. I'll just say that getting used to a jet adapter here is not intuitive. If I can damage boost everything, and if this is now an engine problem because I don't understand why you can so easily clip through the spines. It's as if the collision steps are so much shorter than the rest. That's one aspect of Mega Man Maker I never really understood. Why can you so easily clip through the smaller enemies? Okay, I made it out of here. Yeah, carry would be a good one, but we don't have it. Anyways, we're back in the train section. This time I will use an E-Tank. Compared with everything else in the stage, this is the hardest part. Some ways it's easier, some ways it's more difficult. Again, just like with the carry section, you need to learn how the jet adapter works. At least the game was kind enough to start us out with the E-Tank. Probably Mega Man Trees Fortress. Oh goody, the recreation sections. At least this doesn't have the fake floors. Unfortunately, this is Mega Man Maker Ice Physics. So now we have the redux of these small stages. Reminder, there's no checkpoint here. So if I die, I'm sent all the way back here. Yeah, that's a big minus for the stage. Even in the original it was brutal putting it that way, but this decided to just completely mimic it. That was actually my least favorite aspect of the original stage as well. The lack of checkpoints. Even that jump in the original was a little jerkish in how far you had to go. Next time I'm just using the shine. I understand there's being faithful to the original game, but this was one of the weak aspects of it. Welcome to the stream, Vincenzo. Yeah, just a minor music mod. I never really liked the original track as much as this one, so... just to ensure I make the jump. I know there was a power-up on the right, but... and that's why I use save states and rewinds so heavily during CX. Otherwise I would have spent at least 2 more hours through the game. At least I have infinite lives. Yep, Jaden. And to be honest, the hardest part of the stage was the battle against Light earlier. No, I'm not dying here. And sadly, this is worse than a Needle Buster. Or Needler. I'm not going down the ladder, it's probably a ladder of doom. Okay, let's go for it. That wasn't too bad, actually. This was Bomberman's stage. Okay, I made it out of here. And now the falling section. Now in the original, these spikes were not instant dead. They just grinded through your health. I can only slow myself down. In about 1 or 2 months. I don't want to jump into the deep end with Basic Master right now. There are at least 2 other ROM hacks I want to cover first. Well, technically 3. You're right with that, Jedok, but here they're instant dead, unlike the original. Alright, light tree. Didn't Minecraft already do that, Jaden? Minecraft started out as any title as well. Oh, this was a very faithful remake to or recreation of the original. With all of its problems included, well, most of it. And some extra ones, some fixes, and... well... even in the original stage I didn't really like it as much, but hey, it could be worse. It could be the Force Beam stage. Now onto a much easier stage. Third up is Mega Saga Evil Castle by Jedok74, with 9 plays and a score of 1. That was supposed to be... the big Dr. Light fight, I don't think they could replicate anyways. It was already a big break in from the original's design. Besides Minecraft... yeah, I see your point. In response to your point, Jaden, I agree. Alternatively, just split up the stage into 2 pieces. Say the Roadmaster rematches and the first set of Dr. Light encounters for one stage, and recreations of the stages for another stage. In an hour, maybe. As a response to your question on YouTube, Basic Master is a Mega Man 2 ROM hack. I think it's Mega Man 2 at least. It's a sequel to Rockman 2 On. Even with all the blood fountains. Submit to your level, Squigs, and we'll see if I can get to it. There are at least 6 more levels in front of the queue. Well, that was easy. Spike drop section, I'll go to the right. Let's go to the right first, and before I hit the next checkpoint, I'll see what's down that spike section. Wonder why there's a ladder to the left. Oh. Really? That was trollish. Now let's see what's down over here. Going through the hallway of death. That was a lot scarier than before. I guess this is where the two pathways link up with each other. Enjoy all the shinies. What are Yoko block sounds overlaid on top of each other? Sounds pretty neat. The next LP I'll work on finishing after Christmas Carol will probably be Tower Tale. There's only about 2 or 3 episodes left. First the true final boss, and the boss rush. Yeah, the Crystal Eye got a massive buff in this game compared to Mega Man 5, because now you can fire multiple. The small pieces don't count against the limit, so now automatically it's a lot more useful as a spammable weapon. Welcome to stream, Zen. Glad you can make it. Should have known to pull off that trick. This time I'll hold right. Well, it sucked in Mega Man 5 because the small shots count against the limit, so you couldn't spam as much, and its overall damage wasn't really that good, outside of weakness affiliations. I still don't get why Napalm Man is weak to the Crystal Eye. Didn't expect you to throw the grenade that fast. This time if I get too low on health, I'll just use an E-tank. Fair enough justification, I guess. Really? This is one of the only sections where the Crystal Eye isn't the best option. True that, Buster. It's not really that section, it's that one screen. Welcome to the stream, Deadwoman. Glad you could make it. Welcome to the first stream of the year. Now let's see if I can do this by holding right. There we go. Slow and steady wins the race, now. Okay, for a moment there I thought the game crashed. I made it to the end. This was certainly an evil castle. Some of the houses were scarier than others. Like the Force Beam Gauntlet, even though it looked scarier, was actually less painful than the spikes following it, as well as this section with all the enemies. Insert comment here. I broke the music too. I do have it to play for non-Mega Man Maker fan games. I'll release it eventually. I mentioned this in a previous stream, Jaden, but I decided to take out Mega Man X Fighting Arena because, long story short, I'm terrible at fighting games, and if I were to showcase it, I'd give a very bad demonstration of what makes it interesting and good. You'll just see me getting my butt kicked repeatedly over and over. And that's not really that fun after a certain point. And as per tradition, forward up is Weapon Capsule Relay Late New Year 2020 Edition by YouTube Social HD2 with 26 plays and a score of 5. You know the drill by this point, but if you're new to my channel, here's the gist of this series. Every one of these streams seems to have one of these levels. Every 4 to 5 screens is dedicated to use of a different special weapon, and every screen has its own background and foreground combinations. They tend to be simple tutorials for how to use each weapon. Hold that thought for later, Daibuman. That reminds me of a certain fan game, crossover fan game I will play in the future. And that's the other reason, as Buster outlines it. And as a question to you, Reginald, probably never, unless it's a power-up. And frankly, most of the Mega Man universe doesn't really make sense, especially the earlier games. Even if you take into account cartoon physics, or anime physics, it still seems to run off of game balance and whatnot. When you say Royale is dead, is the site dead too? Or can you still play the game? Welcome back, Vincenzo. I haven't checked up on Royale for over a month now. Ah, gotcha. So it's just the user base. Meanwhile, DMCA Royale is going strong. Well, of a certain measure of strong. Oops. I knew I forgot to change something. I swear I changed it, but apparently it didn't work as I intended. Okay, fixed. Thank you for being the first one to point it out, Jerry Man. Yeah, if this was Christmas Carol Tree, all the levels would be at least twice as better. And before the next time I play Tree, I'll fake it with Mega Man Maker. Yeah, I always thought that a dev worked on Mega Man Royale as a passion project. And I don't mind him moving on to other projects either. It did, Buster? Well, I'll have to take another look at it tomorrow then. Fifth up is Base Adventure by Diamond Wolf, with 9 plays and a score of -1. This is an update to one of their earlier stages. Darn, I was hoping there would be another secret boss added or something. Wait. Are you okay, Daguman? Make sure there are no fires or anything like that. One of these one-screen levels, or one-room levels, where there are certain aspects of the stage or screen that stay the same, but the rest change. Okay, it's changing up a bit more. It's not really following the usual trend where several of the level design elements in the stage stay the same. But at the very least, it's still sticking to one screen, generally. No, it's not already played Jerry Man. This is an updated version. Ah, super cool, Jaden. Probably in a few decades, we'll go back to zombie stories as the next hot thing or hot trend. The same thing happened with video game trends. Battle Royales. Before that, we had the hero shooters, online shooters. Welcome to the stream, Philip. And much earlier, the mascot platformers, the 3D collectathons, Doom clones or proto-FPSs. There's so many trends and bandwagons there were in the video game industry. Famous last words. Well, the Yoko blocks ate up that big Iden. It'll come back soon, Squigs, probably in this decade or next one. We had an attempt at that thanks to Ukulele, The Hat in Time, and other games of the like. But it'll take a while for it to really pick up. Hey Philip, welcome to the stream. From this point on, it gets much more difficult. Thankfully, the difficulty curve has been smoothed out. That was one of my original complaints about these level series, where the difficulty curve between Worlds 4 and 6 were kind of inconsistent. Suddenly harder and suddenly much easier. I see you there, E-Tank. You're not hiding from me. Well, it technically is. It's more like Super Mario Sunshine, but that's also a collectathon. Oops, forgot I ran out. I didn't really spawn any bugs with the water physics, to be honest. Seems to be working as intended. Welcome to stream, Gustas. I'm doing fine. It's more like taking advantage of the mechanics then. I know, right, Jaden? I got a free copy of it thanks to the Epic's game, thanks to EGS. And let me just tell you, I'm shocked that EGS and Epic Games in general decided to make it a free copy of it. I thought it was going to take at least a year, but no. I grabbed that copy as fast as I could. Perhaps in the future I will do a live stream of the game. According to critics, it's as good as the original Donkey Kong Country series. It deserves so much more praise. Yeah, the original was kind of a dud. I know people have been comparing it to stuff like Mighty No. 9, but I disagree. Mighty No. 9 was bad to subpar, Ukulele was just middling. Considering how much Donkey Kong Country is beloved, we'll have to see. I'll see for myself how good or bad the game is. Perhaps I'll do a live stream of DKC 1 through 3 before that. Oh boy, the Sky World. Super Lucky's Tale is another 3D collectathon, I think. Yeah, I did, Philip. I will add it after this one. This suddenly feels a lot easier. I distinctly remember this being much harder. Doubling the checkpoint count. I noticed that, thank you. And we can discuss the quality of DKC when we get to that stream. I'll just have to destroy it. Ah, my dash broke. I will, let me finish this stage and I'll put it up. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Spinning Top, for messing me up. Still a bit of a difficulty spike, but not as bad as before. As a reminder, if your level for 0 doesn't get included, you can submit to me and I will cover it during the Let's Play as a bonus. On to the final section of the stage. I remember the number of times I died here. It was in the dozens. That's nice, Diamond. I much prefer salvaging the levels and trying to explore their ideas again in the future. Oh yeah, this fall. That was the hardest part of this level. I don't know if it did a good job with its one level rotation of the one screen levels, although it's certainly on the more difficult side. Also, spike hitboxes extend a little bit further than it. It's an updated version of this level, Jaden. I already spotted some level design changes and increased checkpoint count. Plus, I swear some of these challenges are easier. Reminder that you can resubmit updated levels. I guess now we're on to the final section. Rockman World 2, for example. YouTube. There are no special weapons for the stage, just base buster only. Nevertheless, a neat level. A minor improvement over the original, so I will give it a thumbs up. It doesn't deserve a negative score, it's still on the more difficult side, so be careful. Alright, your state is in Lipatio. Now on to Rajoel's level. Next up is Dr. Ride 2 Genie Man by Rajoel 2 with 8 plays and a score of 1. And yet again, I forgot which weapons I got, so... I'll just pick up these. Ritual of the Night is an awesome game. It definitely fulfills the Igavania Metrovania series. Agreed Squigs, Lipatio, and Daibuman. There's a difference between... For those watching, there's a difference between Kaizo and Troll levels. Kaizo levels, even though they require a lot of precision and timing and speed sometimes, they have proper conveyance. It's not like they try to surprise you. Whereas Troll levels deliberately try following bad game design to tick off players. What confuses matters is that the original Super Kaizo Mario World was kind of a troll game as well. Welcome to stream, Shunters Galore. I'll add your level to the queue once I'm done with this level. Where do you leave the message, Gustas? True enough, Squigs. The reason why, at the time, and quite further in the future why it's considered trolly, is because it showcased quite a few elements of Super Mario World that people were not experienced with. Like, for example, how you could die during the outro section of a stage. It's good. Difficulty curve is fine, Rajolt. I presume the gimmicks of the stage are the ring and coil platforms. Gotcha. I'll check it out after the stream, Gustas. I haven't heard that yet, Jaden, but that sounds great. Agreed, Daibumin, and welcome to the stream, Gokulus. See, with the Kaizo games, I don't like to exactly rate them because I'm simply not good enough for them. But there are plenty of good ones. Technically, I let's played a Kaizo game in the past. Remember Megaman X Hard Type? That was one example. Although it has its own set of problems that the dev has announced they're working on. From all the Let's Plays I've seen of Kaizo Mario 3 so far, I don't think exactly Kaizo, well, I don't think it's exactly trollish, it's mainly just it requires precision and fast reactions. This was easier than some of the stages beforehand in your series, but it's fine. This would fit in Mega Man 5, I'd say, 5 or 6. Seventh up is Young Lean, I Love Shrek, it's a great film, please watch Shrek, by GamerFromTheWeb, with 13 plays and a score of 1. Kind of a memey title. It's another one of these one-screen challenge levels. And I believe this won the contest run by Let Me Level With You. Thank you, Vincenzo. Darn you, invisible ceiling. Oh, rats, and... The first two Shrek films are classics, I agree. And I thought number 2 was good. 3 was easily the worst one. 1 set the stage. And 4 was a nice conclusion to the quadrilogy. Thank you, game. You're being awfully generous today. My least favorite Mega Man game? Oh no. Get me in, please. Well, there I go. I accidentally destroyed the shots. My least favorite Mega Man game would probably be 1 or 3. Let me through, please. As much as Mega Man 2 has problems, it's not my least favorite one. I would say it'd have to be probably 1. Level design is not amazing. Graphics... See... I have complicated opinions on Mega Man 2. Oh. Particle Bubble Man. Well, this is certainly a unique boss battle. Any type of missile launchers everywhere. This is effectively like a fortress boss, now that I think about it. In some way, it kinda reminds me of the Boobeam Trap. But this time actually a lot more fair. Worst weapon from 1 through 6? Probably the Super Arm, because you can barely use it. Yeah, this was a fun stage, and I'll be right back in a moment. And I'm back. Before I move on to the next stage though, I'm gonna read Daibuman's long list of comments. Alright. Starting from most of the weapons. I wouldn't say the stages are exactly lame, it's just that they're really forgettable at best. But, okay, that's one way of saying it. I'm a bit more forgiving of the level design because they were still learning from Mega Man 1, and honestly, I'd rather play the stages in Mega Man 2, barring one or two exceptions, than the ones in Mega Man 1. I don't mind that being immune to only one weapon, Daibuman, but you need to have a way to regenerate during the boss battle. That can open up some interesting challenges, but as we saw with the Boobean Trap, and the Wily Alien, for that matter, that's not good design otherwise. And yeah, the difficulty balancing is not good. I'm gonna just put it that way. Same with Mega Man 1 to a certain extent. Alright, here are my final... I'm gonna just summarize my final thoughts. Mega Man 2, despite being an improvement over Mega Man 1, I'd say, controversial as it sounds to some, it's closer to being some of my least favorite games in the Mainline Classic series. When I say Mainline Classic series, I mean 1 through 11 and Mega Man and Base. That's what I'm saying. Relative to those, it's on the lower echelons. I highly respect what it did to the franchise, and it paved the way for the future games, especially 4, 5, 6, etc, etc. But, relative to where it stands now, it's not really that good. Frankly, the Mega Man series didn't really get that good until Mega Man 4 to be, at least in my opinion. Mega Man 2... As much as I want to it in other things and speedrunning, but if I were to be honest, it's below par, especially relative to the other games in the series. That doesn't mean you can't have fun with it, but it's below par. Anyways, back to covering levels. 8 up... Wait, hold on. Here's the level queue in case you forgot. Eight up is When Homer and Marge Dance Cumbia Bra 1 by Updogg with 15 plays and a score -1. You're late by at least 87 minutes, or 77 minutes. Well, at least these are not force beams. Rare to get rained by everything. Did the wrong order. I have watched some episodes, but I never was really that interested in the series. To be honest, compared with several of the other levels by Updogg, I guess this is an endurance stage. And for these kinds of levels, I don't really mind that you're forced to take damage here, because it's kind of the point of managing your health. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Interesting level, I like it. See, this stage is designed with force damage in mind. Even though this has an ugly tile set, it understands what it's going for. And as Squeaks pointed out, if force damage isn't intended, then it becomes a design flaw. But when a stage is bounced around the fact that your life is a limited pool, then it makes sense, and this stage understands that. Speaking of which, 9th up is Troll Level Do Not Play by SRF, with 34 plays and a score of 2. Let's not follow the instructions and immediately get killed. I'm gonna have to use the level editor for this. Never mind. I found the exit. Welcome to stream, Sylveon. Alright, let's do the stage well, not properly, but you get the trick. We escaped from this landscape much earlier. If this was Mario, I would have totally expected there to be some troll blocks here. Oh. Okay, so that's what happens, you get stuck in there. For a troll level, this is barely trollish outside of that last room. I mean, it could have been even more trollish if the last room was 25 screens away, so... There are more elaborate and fun troll levels than this, to be honest, that are more creative with trying to destroy your fun. This was just pathetic. 10th up is World Travel Part 3 Mexico Normal by Lipatio with 61 plays and a score of 19. Depends, Jaden. I thought The Witcher 3 delivered on the hype as well. And as a response to your earlier comment, Squags, about Super Mario World feeling easy, that tends to happen for most games after you play ROM hacks or fan games of them that are harder. Especially ROM hacks. And I agree, Super Mario World, outside of a few spots like in Star World and some of the Final World levels, it feels easier than stuff like Super Mario Bros. 3 was. That felt harder. Then again, it's also probably because you can store an extra item in the item box as a power-up, so essentially you can have more HP. Super Mario World does feel more beginner-friendly compared to, for instance, Mario Bros. 3 and the original Mario Bros. 1. To be fair, they did bundle it as a launch title, and that was a very smart decision. When you refer to SMB2, are you referring to the Lost Levels or Doki Doki Panic? I know Daibuman's referring to Doki Doki Panic. The Lost Levels is much harder. I mean, that's basically Nintendo's equivalent of a ROM hack of the time. I did beat both in the past, but boy, I don't want to do Lost Worlds again. Truth be told, I play A Link to the Past, but I never actually beat the game, embarrassing as it sounds. I did beat the Minish Cap though. Contra, I didn't play that. As for Sonic, I played and beat Sonic 1, 2, 3, Adventure 1, Adventure 2, Sonic Advance 1, 2, and 3, and then I kinda fell off from the series then. When I refer to the Lost Levels, I was referring to the NES version, not the SNES version. The SNES version is so much better. Maybe not better, but much easier. So if you decide to play that, play the one on All-Stars. I think the last time I played A Link to the Past, I got stuck in Turtle Rock. I completed all the other dungeons though. Uh-oh. Not good. The Zelda series aren't really RPGs, at least the way we define them. Not WRPGs, not strategy, not J. The only complaint I'd have about the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past is that most bosses felt too easy. Outside of the boss at the Thieves' Den, Moldworm, and one other boss whose name escapes me. I guess whatever floats your boat, Daibuman. My definition of RPG requires more stats, to be honest. The Zelda series always felt more like action-adventure titles to me. And yeah, the one on the second game in the series, that definitely felt more like a action RPG. Oh yeah, what also helped was a much better map. Compared with the other Zelda game I played, which was a Minish Cap, at least in that game, even though you have to use the tool you got on the stage, they don't die immediately to the weapon, or the new tool you got. One of my favorite bosses was the Sky Boss in Minish Cap. Even though you have to use a cape there, it felt more like a logical extension. Plus, in addition to that, you have to use the 4 swords. Welcome back, Vincenzo. I will eventually get to Wily Wires. And before anyone asks, I will overclock the emulator if possible. It's an interesting style of Squigs, but yeah, it has some problems, like for example with the kinstones and its linearity. Well, I say linearity, but there are certain instances where if you play non-linear, you'll get a lot better rewards. I won't say anything more. As there's one item I highly suggest you get out of order, because then you'll get an extra bonus item before the final boss, and that makes the final boss encounter so much more manageable. I've been through worse horrors, Buster. I played Rockman R last year. Come on, soccer ball. There you go. There are you two. I know you can fit in there. How many levels I finished? 9 so far. Now, if I can figure out how to fit it in the hole, I'd be really happier. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that isn't too bad. There's a checkpoint here. Lame is an understatement. Lame is what you describe Mega Man 2. Rockman R... Well, you described what I think about the game already. That game managed to get pretty much everything wrong outside the weapons. Oh, wait, I understand. Reset. Pretty much everything is better than that game. When I say that, I mean Rockman R. That's not really a high bar to cross, to be honest. And for April Fools this year, I will let's try my least favorite Mega Man fan game out there. Huh? Oh. Unlimited understands what a Mega Man game is. At its core. I'll keep that as a surprise, Diamond Wolf. You probably know by this point. And if you're wondering, I haven't covered my least favorite fan game on the channel yet. Oh, my least favorite fan game I feel is worse than 42, by the way. And yeah, R is worse than 42. It's gonna be kind of a thing trying to edit that. That's a ROM hack. We'll see about that. Nah, I think my least favorite fan game I feel is worse than Eternal. Long story short, the game I'm referring to has even fewer redeeming qualities than Eternal. I won't say what though. I'm trying to keep it a surprise for April Fools, but you can speculate. Gee, thanks. If I can ever hit you, Crystal Man, thank you. I may do a last try of that Game Buster for April Fools. I won't be able to complete it though. In fact, I'm thinking of just using Cheat Engine for a few stuff. That game really needed an infinite lives option. Eventually, next year, this will be done. Alright, we're done. Oh, lift up the ball? Okay. I know, Buster. In fact, I mean, The final version of Inner Sanctity of God actually replaced the original spikes with my own spikes, so... We're referring to Magmal 2 Wily 4. Do you remember this stage, Daibuman? This was a fun stage, but I feel it could have been cut in half, especially the second half of the stage. That felt like it could have been part of another level. I will get to that, YouTube. Of all the stages that should have used damage spikes, that one should have had it. Even for what it is, it didn't really do a good job with the special weapon gauntlet. The best part of the stage was the boss. Thankfully, Wily 5 was right after it. 11th up is Tower of the Tornado Prince by Lunar Chris, with 38 plays and a score of 4. Well, this stage was inspired by several landmarks and monuments in Mexico. Oh, don't remind me, Sylveon. All the other Wily stages at least felt like they fit in with each other, although in terms of difficulty the order should be reordered. Yeah, that is sort of on my list, Jedok. The superhero section was a lot more painful originally, and most players didn't really get experience with the use of superhero. Remember, in Mega Man 5 it was kind of a gimmicky weapon, so most players didn't bother to use it outside of certain scenarios. They preferred to use Rush Jet. Ow. YouTube Social HD submitted this stage, if it says so. Some forced weapon usage of this, I guess. Unless I'm missing a yoga block somewhere. Okay, here are the yoga blocks. Which rule was it? I sort of recall that happening, but I don't remember which rule. I was too busy with my own stage during the time. Okay. Never mind. I won't say more because I don't want to reveal more about my stage. I'm not sure about the rules on that. Ever since one, there always seems to be one judge who ends up drawing the most controversy. For tonight, I will Lipatio. Didn't we have judge applications for 2, or am I misremembering? I made it halfway to the Dark Roller levels. What's left is the second half, then the quarter stages, then a bonus level. For a moment there I thought this day was ending, but no, we're going further into this, I guess, temple? Luca block? Thank you. Mean usage of the fans and these enemies. But I missed getting the Shadow Blade because I needed to take a different route. Hey, it's rewarding more skilled players, so I can't really complain. Oh, this is where you don't want to destroy the ground. The PS1 version has been growing on me. And made it to the end. The judges in Magwell Tree are Netanya Hoover, aka Flashman85, aka Gemini Spark, Mick Galbani, Ace Spark, Shinru, and I can't remember the name, Apache. Wait, why can't your level be uploaded? What happened? This was actually a pretty good, I would say, Fortress stage. Because it forces you to use special weapons at several mandatory locations, so it felt more like a Fortress level. Nonetheless, it's one of my more favorite levels of this episode. Kyram was only the judge of Magma 1. 12th up is Megaman X by Iceslasher with 16 plays and a score of 0. After this will be one more stage, then I'll end off the stream. I kinda know the reason, Buster, but I don't wanna go into it here. So in effect, this is like a Metroidvania level. To replace the wall jumping. Well, that was fast. That was fast too. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Well, guess this is a no-go then. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing an upgrade by going down there first. That's why I checked up. Of course. I thought this was more non-linear. See you later, Daibuman. Tonight's stream, I'll be finishing off the rest of KFC Man's Adventure. And for Sunday, tomorrow, I'll be covering Buster's game if it's done. If not, in addition to that, I'll be covering a certain ROM hack and one fan game. Which hole is it, Shunters? As for which fan game, I'm not sure. Oh, whoops. Not hard at 4 yet, one other one. Second hole from the left? Alright. Oh. I suppose this was a secret item then. Because you can also access it from above. Otherwise, it's not good game design if you have no indication which hole it is. And it's a mandatory item. Gotcha, that's good. It's more of a bonus. Is there something down here? Of course it'd be. There's a random hole, so... That's why you need a gen adapter. I spied something to the right there. I almost have all the special weapons, just missing 2. Probably the non-mandatory item and the mandatory one. Here's the optional one. Rats, I'm missing something. I know something's up there. Well, it's not here, so I didn't recollect it. Alright, let's just finish the stage. Took too much damage there, so let's do this again. Dodging him is going to be a problem. Unless I jump over him. This level is much more linear than I expected. For a level to be called Mega Man X, I expected much more of a Metroidvania stage, so... yeah. And it didn't really use much with its gimmicks or weapons either, it's just... pretty basic platforming. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. Alrighty, I'm back. Time to showcase something before I start off the final level of the stream. Alright, let's begin. For this final level, I will be using the Mega Man Maker Plus mod, which changes up both the graphics and some of the music. So the 13th and final level of the stream is Rockman CX2 Electric Man Hydroeletric Maker Plus Required by Manjooj, with 36 plays and a score of 11. So, first off, you can see the graphics have changed quite a bit. We actually have the CX Buster. Sadly, it's not good as the original CX Buster, though. It's just a re-inspired needle cannon. Well, it doesn't... I guess it's the needle cannon, but for some reason it feels stronger? Maybe? The graphics in the background look a bit, strange. You'll get there next week, Vincent, so... just submit your stage and I'll cover it next week. Let's try out our weapons. We have the Mega Buster, we have Neon Flash, which replaces the Gravity Hold, Star Crash, S-Orbit? Okay, Power Stone, and I can't see how much energy is left over in the top left. To the mod creator, you probably should fix that. It feels like I'm wearing a disguise and I can't see myself. Sea Sweat? Oh, Water Wave. G-Kick. Exactly, Jedok. Hello, Starman. No, Crystal Man, sorry. Despite the graphical and musical changes, this stage was pretty basic and forgettable. So, it didn't really leverage its new assets that well, not even showcase the new enemies. Alright, here's a change for the future. If you want me to use a mod like Mega Man Maker Plus, please let me know in advance and I'll save them for one part of the stream, like this one. So overall, out of the 13 levels I played on stream, my favorite level would probably be Lunar Chris's level. With an honorable mention going to, well, 2 stages, Download stage and GamerFromTheWeb stage as well. So for tonight, I will be covering the rest of the level pack KFC Man's Adventure, the remaining 2 Dock Robot levels, the 4 stages, and the bonus stage. It'll be a shorter evening stream, but it's to get my feet wet back into streaming. Well then, I thank you all for watching, viewers. I hope to see you all tonight or tomorrow morning for the fan game stream. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!